people, including 4 children, were hurt this morning during an apartment fire on Magnolia Way off of Joseph E. Lowry Boulevard on the city's northwest side. According to Atlanta Fire, 12 families are now having to find a place to stay because of that damage. 11 Live's Chase Howell joins us live from outside the building where that fire happened. So, Chase, we know people were hurt, including children. Any idea right now how everybody's doing?
Cheryl, I'm happy to report that the Atlanta Fire Department says they're all going to be okay. And I actually spoke to a woman who says she was one of the people taken to the hospital after she was forced to jump from her 3rd-story balcony. Tuesday morning, some people living at Magnolia Park Apartments came back to salvage what they could after a fire caused extensive damage to some of their units.
Honey, I don't even know it. I'm kind of scared because the building, the ceiling looked like it's going to collapse. So I got what I could and just leaving out.
Sheila Bell hasn't even lived in her unit for 6 months. She believes squatters are to blame for the fire.
They used to be right there in that building, that apartment right there. Me and my neighbor across the street, we saw him, so he ducked.
The fire created a giant hole in the roof and put a dozen people out on the street.
Everything's completely lost. If it's not water damage, it's smoke damage.
Ashley Steele says she's all banged up after having to jump from balcony to balcony to escape the fire.
I literally climbed over the balcony, not the gutter, but the actual balcony. I climbed over the balcony. I slid with my hands down the rail, and I slid to the 2nd floor. And once I slid to the 2nd floor, I jumped from the 2nd floor to the ground.
Could never imagine being in her shoes. Now, I also reached out to the Atlanta Fire Department to see if they had any information about these supposed squatters, but they said it's just too early in their investigation to tell right now. As for those families, the Red Cross is currently helping them out, and I'll have how the community stepping up at 5. Live on Atlanta's northwest side, Chase Howell, 11 Alive News.
Yeah.